last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
Yeah, you want to know how I got this scar? This one right here. Kid hit me with a Magnadoodle. It's true. True story.
You got the beard coat on you.
So much beard in it.
That's good, man.
I had it like probably around this time last year. I had it actually really long, and I think I want to get back to that. For some reason, I don't know what I was thinking. I trimmed it like really short. I'm like, what was I thinking? I have like no chin. I don't know why I did that, but
No. You can literally pull it off. I know I can.
well, I mean, it's stuck to my face. It's not like a. That's a dad joke. That is a dad.
It's the fandom that ruins it.
I mean, I'm right there with you with like Star Wars. I love Star Wars, and I cannot stand the Star Wars fan base 90% of the time. I can't stand it. Like, it almost doesn't make me want to be a Star Wars fan because it just you can't even just say that, like, you know, the Disney ones weren't that bad, guys. They're like, oh, we're so woke. They weren't that woke. It's because there was a woman character that was the lead. That's what you're mad about. That's not woke. That's just women exist. Like, it's okay.
Gasp.
Gasp. Yeah, it's like they didn't even try to be that woke. It was Disney, for crying out loud, you know? Anyway. Caps. I thought you did it on purpose. Have fun! Just yelling at the top of your lungs. But yes, have fun. Okay, so we can't plant these till summer. Throw these bad boys in here. We're gonna have to start making some new chests pretty soon. Oh, we didn't go process the geodes. I am excited, but that was a lot. Is that how you say it? Yes, and thank you for sticking with English, because otherwise, do not understand what you're saying. Is this just a dead end? I'm confused. Seems like a dead end. That's weird. Huh. Come on. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Oh my god. How did that work? How am I gonna say that name? This is awkward. You can't do that on this channel. Clipping on this channel is not available due to your preferences set by the channel owner. Anybody else, I was gonna say, anybody else who's just a follower, anybody else who's following, can you clip? Because you should be, that's, go away. It's too early for this. Oh no.
Hello there.
Come on. Damn. Damn.
We're not the United Colonies. One bad apple won't spoil the whole.
How white am I? I'm pretty white.
It's a shortcut. Oh, nope.
An impossible amount of energy.
What
Orders
is
of
this?
magnitude greater than any man-made
This
source.
doesn't seem good, does
Also
it?
triggered hallucinations in anyone awake within a 10-mile radius. It was a burst of widespread insanity,
Let's try it.
but only for a short moment.
Oh, it lifts us up. Can you take me higher? All right, we made it. It's Saturday. Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm tired this morning. I've been
I've been working hard to get this thing set up this morning. Since it's been a while since I've done a Lego stream, everything was broken. So I think I got it. Happy Saturday, everybody. How the heck are ya? We're gonna do some Lego sorting today. But first, before we do that, Clumsy Artist has revealed themselves as the Phantom Menace for the 79th. How many times in your life do you say the word 79th time? And not being hyperbolic, right? You're actually being honest. You're like, it's the 79th time I've done this. That's got to be pretty rare, right? So, congrats. Good job. Let's see. We have check-ins here from Ursa. Hello, Ursa. Blue Seals. Good morning. Old School, and aka Mursa. HyperFox08. Thank you for the check-in there, too. Ams is here. Dutch is here. And Clumsy has checked in as well. Thank you all so much for that. Let me get caught up on what you all been talking about. Hyperfox wants a bagel. Okay. Just woke up a moment ago. Same. Actually, I woke up like an hour ago. And I still feel like I haven't fully woken up. I got eye boogers. Yuck. Completely acceptable to pick those on stream, right? I hope. Yeah, I'm feeling bad for Old School Quarter today. I feel bad for anyone who has to work out in the heat, especially heat and humidity. And going on a couple bee jobs, gonna need my bee suit for that, and that thing really seals in the flavor. Ugh. Man, the things we do for the dollars, right? The things we do for the dollars. I am grateful for people like you who do those types of jobs. I really am, because it's a necessary role. But man, I feel bad for you on days like this. For show. Omina, hello Omina. Good morning. How are you? Or whatever time zone you're in. Dutch, yes, it's Lego Saturday. We're gonna do some sorting, so we're not gonna build because I can't bring myself to build anything until I get this stuff sorted. I haven't made a whole lot of progress when it comes to sorting. Yes, Clumsy, the lore shirt. Yeah. Lars says, "Owie, what's going on? You okay?" You could pick your nose boogers too, but we reserve the right to judge you. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Lars says, I forgot. But I did finally band-aid my blister wound. Okay, well, that's good. Damn it, Uncle Flint. Thank you so much. I think you followed just now. Thank you for the follow. Damn it. Thank you. Welcome in. We'll be building next year. Don't worry. Stop. We'll be building on next Saturday, okay? We're going to do this whole thing. What we're doing right now, we're going to do this all next week. I'm going to kind of miss Minecraft, though, if I'm being honest. And maybe, I can't guarantee anything because you know me, you know how I be. Maybe we jump in Discord at some point during next week. I won't finish this week for sure. I've given up on the dream of ever finishing the Lego sorting. That's a pipe dream. It's not going to happen. But I need to still do it, right? It's still something good to do. Look at all those containers behind me. Look at them all of them down here, especially. It's still good for me to try, right? So I'm going to start doing sorting without the expectation of me ever finishing. And we'll just lean into it and have fun, right? We're going to get into the process. We're going to enjoy the journey and not the destination, okay? Dungeonborn is back on playtest, and I was going to stream after you today, but I kind of just want to vibe. I understand. Whatever you need to do. I have been, let's see, what else have I been doing? In addition to Minecraft, I started playing that first Descendant game, and I gotta say, the combat's really fun. It's a free-to-play, and it's very microtransaction-y, so just be warned of that. But it's kind of fun to zip around and shoot and just kind of... It's kind of filling that little Destiny hole that I'm pretty sure I've kicked my Destiny habit. I think it's gone for me. I've uninstalled it. I just don't have the time or the desire to continue any further with that. So I'll play First Descendants until I get bored of it, and then I'll move on to something else, you know? This is important. Can I sleep all day? I need someone to verify. Yes, you are an adult, I think. I'm assuming.
So yes, do what you need to do. Lee, just do it. Where'd that emoji come from? I don't see an emoji in there. I'm so blind this morning. I hope not. Yeah, listen, rest is important. If you don't have responsibilities that you have to get to today that are pressing, then yeah, absolutely, you should go. Look at what I got. I have 3 bags this morning. I already dumped out this one. This is the ATST from not too long ago. I'm gonna go ahead and part this thing out, and then what I think this is part to a Millennium Falcon, one of many. I have like probably 3 Millennium Falcons, so this one's gonna get parted out as well. And then I have part of the Parisian Cafe, I think is what this is from. 10243. I can't remember if that's Parisian Cafe. I'm gonna part this guy out too. So if I can get through these 3 bags today, I think we'll be sitting pretty good. We also got to get the black. I mean, we got to, right? At least the Millennium Falcon, the Black Falcon, as we'll call it, or the evil. I think they're calling it the evil Millennium Falcon. I think. I don't remember. At least with that, it's different enough for me to justify it. I don't know. Is it different enough? I don't know. Shezmu, how's it hanging? Same as always. How are you doing? Cat distribution system in your dreams, AMS? Did you have a lot of cats, AMS? Because when we were in Discord playing Minecraft and you had to go, you left your game running, and I kept hearing cats thinking it was in my game. I'm like, where's that cat? I want to tame that cat. Couldn't find it. Couldn't find it at all. I'm going to start by taking this all apart, and then we'll start putting it where it belongs. Couldn't find it in my game. Thought I was going crazy. Then realized it was probably coming from AMS. And Clumsy gaslit me. Was like, nah. And then finally, she heard it too. So everything's fine now. I have 2 in my game only. That's not a lot. It's more than I got. I just imagined like 60 cats hanging around. Kind of like my cows. Just meow, meow, meow. You played Tabletop Dungeons and Dragons last night with my longtime group. A good friend and lifelong anime fan joined recently, and his character's backstory secrets came out last night. And holy moly, sorry, I didn't read the rest of that. Holy moly, the trauma from anime be worse than anything I could have imagined. They bought in their anime backstory. Oh, come on. They do come up with some tragedies, don't they? Boom, 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 boom. The only cat I need is a tabby, obviously, and the jelly cat. The Jellico cat. I think 1 cat in real life is probably plenty. I don't know about in Minecraft. You tell me. I need to move the camera just a little bit so that I'm a little more centered somewhat. There we go. How's it going, everybody? Any cool plans for the weekend? It feels weird that it's Saturday right now. I wasn't with the 4th of July landing on a Thursday, then working yesterday. And working is such a limited term because so many people were off. One of my coworkers was off, so I was covering for her. And I was like, okay, I could potentially be pretty busy today. I got like 2 things all day. It's just kind of like a holiday after a holiday. That's not normal, you know. A lot of times it's slow. My job is not very high speed demanding now, which is so nice. But a lot of times, like this coming week, I'll probably have a lot to do because she's out all next week too, so I'm covering for her that way. So I have a lot to do next week, but it was a very interesting day. I did a lot of editing on the Spooky Deer video while I was monitoring the situation. That I think also he said should be out pretty soon. I don't know exactly what day, but keep an eye on the Spooky Deer channel for a new video. And I'm pretty dang proud of it. As is Spooky, as he should be. And Swordy. I'll do my best to plug that too whenever I see it coming out. I have one of my younger brother's birthday party today, leaving in a few hours. That sounds fun. So if you're anything like me, you're leaving in a few hours. You can't do anything else until that time comes. The whole day, it's the whole day, basically. I don't think we have anything planned for today. One of the things I've been wanting to do, though, I got to talk to the wife and see if she's on board today. But one of the things I've been wanting to do is do a deep cleaning. We got recently, you guys remember, because I had to cut streams short a couple of times, had some AC technicians come out and have a whole diagnostic thing done and some recommended work to not only cool the house better and more efficiently, but also expand the life of the unit as well, so that it shouldn't cost us as much. And we discovered they put a camera in my vents. My vents were horrible. Elf, thank you for checking in. I'm not sure if I got that. Thank you, Lars. Thank you. I've been in my own little world now. But yeah, one of the things they did is put a camera in my vents, and my vents were horrible. They're like, have you had these cleaned? How long have you been here? We've been here since 2018. How long have you been here? And I told them that. And they're like, you haven't had it cleaned? I was like, no. And I was like, I doubt that the people who lived here before us did either. I don't stick my head in my vents, you know? So we got on like a little plan with them where they're going to come out like twice a year to do a deep cleaning for us, check on the system and everything. And then also we're putting in new air filtration systems, which is kind of funny that August is supposed to be that month of focusing on our air quality and our breathing exercises. But my wife noticed the other day, she was like, you know how we come into this house sometimes and it doesn't smell bad, but it smells like the previous owners. It doesn't smell like us. That's just, every house has their own little like smell, you know? And she said, I just noticed the other day that like the house doesn't really smell that way anymore. And that's pretty exciting to me. So what I want to do this weekend or soon is do just a deep, like I want to dust everything. I want to deep clean everything. I want to get rid of every single scrap of dust we can. And then I got new filters for the system because they told me those were about to go, so I had to replace those. So I'm gonna put those in, do a whole like deep cleaning, dust everything. The house is very dusty because it's kind of old. So that's what I'd like to do. I don't know if the missus is on board. There's a couple places she wanted to go today too, so we'll see how that plays out. Got family coming over today. Wish me luck. Godspeed. Godspeed. Keep it superficial. That's what I say. Come on. No, all the cats IRL. Let's see. You got him some Lego. Excellent. What is this? What a great uncle, right? It's the best time. The bees I'm going after be yellow jackets, not honeybees. I do not kill those. Okay. You don't kill yellow jackets or honeybees. I would hope you don't kill honeybees, right? You just like relocate them. When you said put the camera in your vents, it sounded a bit like they left them to spy on you at first. A camera down my vents? I don't know which better way to say that, you know? I don't know. Okay, you have some amazing news. My second sister had her first baby yesterday, a whopping 4 kilograms, 54 centimeters, a chunk of a baby. What is that around? Is it around maybe 9 to 10 pounds? I don't know the conversion rate in my head, but when I think of a chunk of baby, I think about 10 pounds. But that might be an American, you know. You do kill the honeybees? Or no kill the honey. You do not kill the honeys. 8.8 pounds. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. It's good. One of my nephews was like a 10-pounder. Nearly 2 feet. Whew. It's illegal to kill the honeybees. So he's saying, no, do not kill the honeybees. Gotcha. No kill. And that makes sense. Honeybees are incredibly important to the ecosystem, right? Honestly, probably just about everything is, but... 1.5 feet or 3/4. Yeah, you're good. You're good. As long as I get like a sense of what the metrics are. I don't need you to do the conversion for me, you know? 1'9". That's a nice, healthy baby. Congratulations. Congrats. So what are you going to have them call you, Lars? Are we going to go with, like, uncle? What are we going to go with? I prefer the term fun uncle for funkle. Something like that. But I don't know if there's, like, a more gender-neutral option for that relationship. Just going aunt because my family... Your family doesn't know? Oh, no. Okay. All right. Fun aunt. Boom, 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 boom. You have to come up with, like, a fun nickname to be like, oh, hey, I want them to call me this. And it's something just, like, ambiguous, you know? But, yeah. Oh, no. Jeez. I don't know. Maybe that's too personal to ask. I won't ask that. Hams just says 21 inches then. Is 21 inches? Never mind. It's taking me a while just to take this one apart. This is the only one that's like semi-apart together. The rest of them are all loose pieces, so I shouldn't have to do that. Babies are measured in inches in the U.S. I don't know. It's a thing. Yeah. Anything over like 6 or 7 pounds, I think we typically around here consider that like that's a big baby, you know. But yeah, I think my first nephew was like a 10-pound baby. Our family makes big babies, just as you can tell, big. I had 2, so I know. Did you? What were the weights of your babies? Is that a weird question to ask? Is that too personal? That might be too personal. So tell me the weight of your children. Do they say my baby's 18 months old instead of 1.5? We didn't do that. I think we did. I'm trying to even remember. Geez, because COVID hit, we didn't talk to a whole lot of people during his very young ages. But like, I'm pretty sure after he hit 1 and people asked, I would tell him he's 1. Maybe if it was like right after he turned 1, we'd say something like he just turned 1, and then we'd go he's 1.5, and then we'd say he's almost 2. You know, we didn't really do the whole month thing. I can't remember that. How am I gonna remember 18 months is 1.5 years? Like, I'm not gonna do math in my head. Get off Disney Dreamlight Valley, AMS. I should focus. Nah, it's okay. My first was 7 pounds 6 inches. That's a good one. That's a good weight. Yeah. Good weight. Just felt weird all of a sudden, like I'm on Twitch asking people what the weight of their newborn children was. I don't know. Not to dox or scare you now, but is this barrel storm coming at you guys? You know what? Our temperature just dropped drastically. Let's check. Should we do the weather report? Do the weather report. Try not to throw my phone into the camera here. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, we're talking about the hurricane, right? So it looks like the temperature dropped. We got a little bit of rain yesterday, which is nice. Temperature dropped at 71 degrees right now, which is pretty great. It'd be nice if it dipped into the 60s, but, you know, whatever. But it's going to be 94 today, so it's going to heat up. Tomorrow is going to be 96. And then Monday and Tuesday, it looks like rain. So I don't know if that's that system hitting us or not. But both Monday and Tuesday have highs of 86 and 84, so that's not too bad. Then we're going to stay in the 90s the rest of the week.
Credits, builder fine. Radio N0N.
Welcome to 109.9 KN0N. Here's your local weather for the day. You know, we got some rain yesterday. That rain system that came in, did you all get any of that? Did you get any of that rain? We got some of that rain over here in our location, and it took the temperatures down to 70 degrees, which is really big for July in Texas, right? July in Texas is not normally this mild. But we got 70 degrees today, but don't worry, it's going to get up to 94 later on today. But rain will come back Monday, Tuesday. That is that system coming through. The hurricane. Hurricane what? Is it a hurricane? I remember the name. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. I'm going to set up a whole stand. I swear I'm going to do it. I swear. Dutch says our firstborn was 9.8 pounds. Ooh, there's that Dutch stock, you know? Just hardy people. Yeah. Bum, bum. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I think I'm going to make that a channel point redeem. Or, maybe I should get away from channel point redeems and start doing bit redeems. If it's going to be something that really interrupts the flow of what we're doing, I think it's only right that it costs bits. Don't you? As if I don't need more reasons for y'all to
It's
spend
Chuck Norris's
channel points,
water.
though.
It's a roundhouse kick of hydration.
This is probably one of the richest communities on Twitch. Y'all have so many channel points. It's wild.
Chuck Norris's
and now
water.
we're gonna spend them all.
It's a roundhouse kick of hydration. It's Chuck Norris's water.
Oh God.
It's a roundhouse kick
Chuck
of
Norris's
hydration.
water.
It's a roundhouse kick of hydration. Chuck Norris's water.
Oh God.
It's a roundhouse kick of hydration.
All right. There's old school. Let me take care of clearing them out here. My posture check. Okay. Okay, so I've not met you yet, but it's like 6:50 a.m. No, don't clear them. Don't clear them. No, don't clear them. I haven't drank them yet. Somebody cleared them. It's 6:50 a.m. your time. How are you so awake? I get up pretty early. But hello, IndieFit. How are you? I'm an early morning guy. This is when I stream. So it takes me about an hour.
It's Chuck Norris's water. It's a roundhouse kick of hydration.
I wasn't gonna refund. Okay, hang on. All right, I gotta keep track mentally. So I just did old schools. I was doing posture check. Here's Clumsy's number 1. Clumsy number 2.
Cabbage.
Clumsy number 3. Clumsy number 4. There is a cooldown on it. I just don't remember exactly what it is. We may have hit it. Oh, and there's elves. I do. I actually have a request queue on my screen where I can see exactly what's been requested and then check them off as I do them, which is pretty nice. And I know you guys have done a lot of channel. Before you guys got here, I didn't do any of that. But there was a couple times where I lost track of what I was doing, and so I had to I had to start keeping track, especially with check-ins, you know. Excuse me. Yeah, hang on. I'll check it real quick. Yeah, I do have that. The problem is it's also mixed in with everything else, like bits and follows and all that kind of stuff. So I can see it there, but what's neat is I can check the box in the redeems one, and I can actually say I did that complete. And I know that I didn't do that before, so that's probably why it's confusing. I'm trying to mend my ways, you know. Oh God. So you guys are more than welcome to clear things like that, no big deal. But like, especially if you see that I haven't done it yet, let's keep it in the queue so that I can stay honest, you know. And if I don't get to somebody, somebody redeems something, I don't think this has happened, but if somebody redeems something and I don't get to, we should definitely give them points back, you know. But in general, I'm trying to be better, you know. Trying to be better. Especially for instances like that when it gets like spammed, you know. All right. Yeah, we're very hydrated now. Bum, 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 bum. I think I got them all. Kimchi pancakes and pork mandu for brekkies. What would kimchi pancakes taste like? I do like kimchi. I'm a kimchi sucker, you know. Are these homemade, Ursa? What a Saturday. I'd love kimchi pancakes. I'm going to have to try that. I wonder where I can get some. I wonder who would make some for me. Ordered a bunch of Korean food last night. Oh, okay. All right. Well, still. We just need to make a trip, you know? I'm playing this vaporwave playlist right now, and it says late night at the office, but now it's just the back room. It's just playing like images of the back rooms, and it's kind of disturbing to look over at, but the music's great. Chop up some kimchi, put in Korean pancake batter, add some scallions if you like, and pan fry till crispy. That sounds great. Yeah, it's this. Here you can see this. This is what I'm playing right now. Just the back rooms. Isn't that unsettling? I love that. I don't know why. It's very deeply unsettling, but I love that. Yeah. Some of it's like this, but that still feels very backrooms like, doesn't it? I don't know. I kind of like the backrooms vibes. I think I'd be terrified if I ever like actually got lost in a place like that, because that's all I'd think about. But that's like a front back room, the one with the computers. Yeah. Man, that is an old school office right there. Wow. Front back room. Oh boy, don't get me started on back front rooms. Let's hear it. Give us the spiel. Oh, come on. Ooh. There's a bunch of complicated pieces in here I'm trying to get out, sorry. Come on. I don't have one. Oh, okay. It was just a joke. All right. Well, disappointing, but literally said, don't get me started. So, you know, what? Gotta finish this coffee. I'm still tired. Called out. Don't start something if you don't have something. I'm kidding. I got sneeze. I feel like a little bit of coffee went up my nose. Is that weird? How did that happen? It just made my nose like tingle like crazy. That's some strong coffee right there. Calder Blade Queen's gambited me. I still haven't seen that movie. I still haven't seen the chess movie. All right, everything is ready here. Off the bat, I can tell gray plates are gray. Gray plates will go in here because I'm trying to keep those separated because I think I'll have a lot of them eventually. All right. Okay, that looks good. I also have wings. And not the barbecue kind. Not the ones from Wingstop. Wingstop wings. What's everybody's favorite wing place? I don't know if the missus would like it. I don't know. The kimchi pancakes, I don't know if she would like it. She would definitely try it, but I don't know if she'd like it. I don't think she's a big fan of kimchi. Still never tried Wingstop. I don't know if I could sit here and tell you it's better than any other wing place. It's just kind of close to us. And like we know what the calories and stuff on it are. We know what we can get. And on Wednesdays they do free delivery, so that's kind of nice, you know. So Wednesdays is typically when we watch The Acolyte. So we'll have Wings Day, where we'll have wings and watch The Acolyte, or whatever other show is on at the time. Right now it's Acolyte. So Bonchon. Clumsy don't even get to the Queen. Didn't even get to the Queen's Gambit. You watch like half of it, and you don't even know like what the Gambit even is. I don't either. Then we're doing these long pieces in this container here. The long boys, as I call them. There's another long boy. And that's it for the long boys. Might have to go empty those out if that's the end of those. I'm gonna do 4s and 3s. Like this. In here. There's quite a few of those. These ones I don't mind for color. I hope I'm not gonna look back at this and regret that I did all this sorting by type and not color. But I just don't have the space, I think, for color. Unless it makes sense to. Unless I have a lot of, like, one particular thing, you know? Are Wingstop wings better than Buffalo Wild Wings? See, I don't think so. I remember we had Buffalo Wild Wings not that long ago, or actually a while back. And they weren't as convenient for us. And that was kind of the main reason why we don't go there a lot. But I do remember liking them quite a bit. Quite a bit. So I think, I don't know, they might be better. It seemed like the Buffalo Wild Wings were more expensive, but they were also bigger. Sometimes my issue with Wingstop is sometimes it's perfect. Like you get decent sized wings, they're delicious, they're cooked well. And then other times you get these tiny little things. And you open it up and you just be incredibly disappointed. I can understand like a couple, but sometimes you get just a bad batch. Star Wars. You get just a bad batch, and it's very disappointing. And then other times it's great. So I did notice with Buffalo Wild Wings, their wings were like pretty dang big, you know? Bad Batch, I love those guys. I knew you were gonna say that. Hot take. Not too crazy about the Bad Batch. It's all right. It's okay. I think you had to really be a big fan of clones. That's just not really my forte. Boo! This guy sucks. Get him out of here. It was great. It was fine. I appreciate more animated Star Wars. I wish they would just lean into it. I wish they'd give us the Adventures of Luke Skywalker in animated. Just be done with it. Hey, quit throwing tomatoes. Omega was Omega annoying in season 1. And she didn't bother me too much. It was just kind of like, I just didn't really like, I don't know. I didn't really connect with the characters. It was one of those things where I'm watching them like, this is fine. I didn't hate it. This is fine. It's by far not the worst, or not the best Star Wars animation, but definitely not the worst. Not the worst. Indy, type is better than color if you have the containers. That's what I'm hoping for, and I do definitely have the containers for type. I think color, though, if I did color and type, doing both, that would take a lot of space. Coleman, how's it going? How are you, buddy? Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes, listen, I just have bad opinions, and what are you gonna do? Nothing you can really do. Technic pieces. I feel like I definitely have a place for these. I just don't remember where. Up here. Yeah, there we go. That's getting full. That's gonna have to be parted out too. Shoot. All right, so we got birthday parties. We got cleaning plans. What else? Anybody else got anything more interesting for the weekend? Or did I miss somebody saying something? I do think season 3 Ursa was probably the best season. It was the one I was the most invested in because I was really thinking something really cool would happen. You know, I don't know. I kind of wanted, this is going to sound dark and horrible, but I love the idea of them starting their own little clone rebellion, and being like, we're gonna take back the galaxy. It's all gonna happen because of the clones. We're turning all these clones to our side. We're creating like this essentially clone rebellion army. Things are looking great. Everything's working, and then Darth Vader shows up, and they're just gone. However, we've had that so many times already that I feel like maybe that wouldn't have the impact. But yeah, it would have been pretty cool. It would have been sad, but pretty cool. I was hoping to sleep in more so I didn't have to wait even longer to head to the pre-release. Now you're just like sitting around waiting. I get it. All right, I guess I'll do flat and long, and then I'll have to go dump some of these out because I'm running out of space here. Flat and long. That's all I have. That's it. I have long with studs. Maybe I should have done that instead. Yeah, I'm just gonna carry these. All right, I'm gonna make a trip to the closet where I will probably stay. Because it's scary out here. Getting the car towed here and then trying to fix it ourselves. Ooh, still some car problems, huh? Clumsy is my dad. My dad's making crepes. Stay there as long as you can. Nutella and bananas on my way. Flat and long, ayo. Listening to this commentary, not watching, is interesting. Talking about the flat and long. Yeah. Recovering from a long week of work. Might do some artwork this weekend. I don't know. That sounds like a fun, chill weekend, though. Definitely using the weekend to recover is a great idea. All right, I'm going to take these. Please talk amongst yourselves. Where is it? Okay. Oh, we got it. Oh, is Fro raiding as I'm gone? What the heck? Whoa. Hey, everybody. Hello. Raiding with a party of 8 is Fro playing Elden Ring. Hello. Sorry that I was away. Sorry that you had to see my backside during that whole time. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. We see non-button said, you didn't actually see my butt, right? What an awesome time for a raid. You know what I'd love to have is like I'd love to have a camera in there too. Or something mobile. Yeah, I mean, I could throw my phone up, I guess, whenever I'm going there. I don't spend a lot of time in the closet. Thank you so much for the raid. Everybody who's coming over from Fro, I know it's probably late. You're probably tired. If you got to go, that's fine. What we're doing here today is some Lego sorting because I am deeply, deeply in Lego sorting debt right now. Like, look at this thing. I have so much to sort, so we're just kind of chilling, chatting it up. Nothing amazing today. Fro, one, I definitely want to hear how Elden Ring is going, but also, how are you liking First Descendant soon, or right now? Because I played a little again yesterday, and I kind of dig it. And I'm scared. It's a free-to-play. It's gotcha all over the place. It's microtransaction to heck. And I love the combat. And I hate that. But I'm just going to play it till I get bored and try not to spend money on it. We went to the store Tuesday and we were pulling out of the spot and one of the control arms broke. The mechanic wants $700 to fix it, so we're going to fix it ourselves. Fingers crossed it goes smoothly. I hope it goes smoothly for you too. I wouldn't be able to do that, but $700 is right at that amount where it's like, if I could do it myself, I'd attempt as well. You're right there. Let's see. So yeah, this is not probably the most riveting content. There's no gameplay to be found here. But if you like chill vibes and fun people, then you might have found a good place to hang out. Do I put these in? So these ones are always interesting. All of these in here are these flat pieces with no studs on them, the smooth ones. These ones are mostly smooth, but they have 2 studs on them. So do I put them in here with these ones, or do I create? They probably need to have their own, because those are pieces that come in handy, and you wouldn't want them mixed in with the others. Surely I have a place for these. Surely I haven't been putting these in with just the regular studs on top. I don't recall. I'm going to put them aside for right now. We'll figure it out. I bought the Fro Bros back, and we're doing co-op Elden Ring. Great laughs for Had. That's awesome. I've heard good things about the co-op mod for Elden Ring. $200, that is the tow 3 blocks to the mechanic. So I guess $500 still. We still need to be able to afford the move. Yeah, that's such horrible timing. I'm so sorry. As for the First Descendant, it is a fairly fun shooter with microtransactions there to remove grind and cosmetics. I think if you're gonna have microtransactions, cosmetics is fine, you know. I've played several games like that are like microtransactioned out, and I've made like a deal with myself that, like, look, if I get into the game and I greatly enjoy it, and the polish is there and the fun is there and the developers are good, and they're communicative and all that, I might spend a little bit of money. But I don't think I'd spend anything more than what I would spend like on a AAA game, like $50-$60 over the course of a while. But my first goal, the first thing I try to do is, like, I'm going to try to play it without spending anything. Like, that's going to be my first goal. And once it gets to a point where it's not fun anymore, instead of paying to make it fun, I'm just going to probably stop, you know. But the combat's great so far. It's pretty fun. I really want to dig more into it. I just haven't had time to dedicate to it. But maybe I will this weekend. Maybe I will. Yeah, we got these over here. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, we're gonna put these guys in here. I think I would pay to unlock a character that I want, then grind out the rest. Yeah, or just, I most of the time just resign myself to saying I'm not gonna do that grind. Sometimes I see a grind and I'm like, that's worth it, and I'll grind it. And then other times I'm like, that grind ain't worth it, so I just don't grind it. You know? Pick and choose your grind. If they make it worthwhile and slightly achievable, I'll allow it. But for me, it's just kind of scratching that itch right now that unfortunately Destiny had on me for such a long time. But Destiny, I think they finally lost me. Until they do something like a new game, I think I'm good. Like, and it isn't because I hate the game or anything. It's just because I got so so burned out on it. And I played the newest expansion. It was great. The devs did a great job. It was a beautiful send-off for the game. And then they continued, and I was like, I think I'm going to dip. I think I'm good. That's what you did, Valves. Easiest Yellow Jacket job ever. The story is they turned on the grill for the first time this year, opened it, found a volleyball-sized nest. Whew. Turned it off and called us. Just removed the dead nest. They cooked. Yep, they let the grill heat up fully before opening it. Okay. That's pretty funny, though. I mean, I guess that's a way to get rid of them, right? Gaming is slowly declining because we as gamers aren't holding companies accountable. If you don't stick to your guns, they will continue to increase ways of separating you from your money without providing content worthy of it. That's the best point at the very end, is without providing content worthy of it. But that's going to mean different things to different people, right? Some people might look at a game like that and be like, you know what? To me, like the level of enjoyment I've gotten from this is worth spending a little bit of money. And other people, you know, might be like, no, it's not worth it to me. And I understand both sides, you know? It's just, it's so subjective is the problem. So what we might think is like, they're not giving us content worthy of it, to other people is like, it's totally worth their money. And we know it's worth their money because they pay it, you know? It's not dying exactly. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not going the direction that we would prefer it to go in, but yeah. It's just finding like what's of value and what's of worth to people is so incredibly subjective that we can't really sit here and be like, X game is bad. You can say X game was not good for me. I mean, I guess there's probably a few instances where we could say the Lord of the Rings Gollum is pretty bad. That was fairly objective. Fairly objective for what they did. And they should have. Did they refund everybody? Because they definitely should refund everybody for that mess. But yeah, I'm not a big microtransaction hater. I'm really not. I think that if you use those funds to make your game better and continue to increase things for the player base and listen to them and what they want and what they need, I think they can be a good thing. Is it very hard to accomplish? Absolutely. Absolutely. Sorry, cough. If you're going to have microtransactions, let it be free to play at least. Yeah, a game that makes you pay for the game and then microtransaction is a little odd. Destiny went free to play not too long ago, but it wasn't that way before. It was like a full-fledged $60 game, and then they were like, also here's these microtransactions, you know? It's easier than ever to get into making games. I hear that. I agree 100% about what you said, that Destiny itch nodder. The FD is a fun distraction until we hear from Bungie. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I think I just probably won't get back into anything Destiny related until it's a new IP. I just think, like, if they're going to keep the same engine with Destiny and keep just making these episodes, then I feel like I've experienced, like, any gameplay loop they could possibly have. I've experienced it, you know, and I'm good. And that shouldn't be I shouldn't have to play the same game for the rest of my life, you know, in order to feel like I got my money's worth, you know. I've played Destiny for over 1,000 hours across all of the time I spent playing it. I think I'm good. Like, you know, I think I got my money's worth. Gaming will never die. It's just not the same as it was in my 20s. I miss expansions instead of DLC, beta testing instead of early access. Yeah, I could see that. Some people, some people do early access great. Some people do early access very poorly, you know? It all just kind of depends. It's like there's all these tools in our arsenal. There's all these things and ways that people can do things with games. And you can use them well, and you can use them horribly. Microtransactions a great one. Small microtransactions of cosmetics of a thing that you want when you've poured 100 hours into a free-to-play game, not a bad idea. You know, like, might be fine for you to do. But when it's like, okay, in order to progress any further today, in order to get this weapon that is now the meta, and you won't win unless you have it, pay us money, then that's pretty bad, right? So I'm all about, like, the tools are not the evil thing. The way that we use them is evil. At the end of the day, it's us. It's the people that do that, you know? And yeah, if there's something out there, if there's a practice that a company's doing that you don't like, you absolutely should not. You should just be like, cool, that's not my thing. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to pay them. Not going to support that project, and you're absolutely within your right to do so. But we have to be careful, because going on and being very like judgmental of the people who do think that there's worth there, that's not super helpful. Like, let's not blame consumers, let's blame the companies themselves for stuff like that. Yeah. Oops, I dropped it. Oops. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, come on. Bum, bum, bum. Especially if the company outright lies about something, right? When they're like, this is how the game's gonna be, and so people are like, cool, I'll buy that, and then the game comes out and they're like, that's not how the game is. It's like, don't blame the people who pre-ordered it, you know? Blame the people who lied. Who lied about it. They lied. They were like, this is gonna be a great game, everything's gonna be fine, everything's gonna work on launch, and then it doesn't. That's my biggest gaming pet peeve right now, is the state in which games launch. It probably kind of goes with what you're saying with early access. That they feel like they can launch a game, they can rush a game out the door. That's not quite done, but it's 99% there. And then they'll polish it later. Makes me feel like I should just wait to play a game until it's like 6 months old. But it's hard. It's one thing to say that. It's hard to do it. I'm not going to do it with Outlaws, even though I have a feeling it'll probably have some performance issues on launch too, but season passes were usually worth it back in the day, usually. Of course, I find one more piece of a section I already bought to the closet. Of course. Try to find all these small little guys here. All these little guys. What Larian is doing with BG3 is IMO the model to follow. They're not doing any microtransactions, right? Am I wrong about that? Oh, and the fact that they've kind of allowed, I guess you can't really stop people modding, but the fact that they're cool with like modding and whatnot, when they could have easily released like, here's a new class that we're releasing as a separate downloadable DLC, you know. So if you want to play as a Goliath, here, pay us money, we'll let you do that, you know. But as far as I know, Larian isn't doing any, like, they're not doing expansions, they're not doing DLC, they're not doing microtransactions at all, right? And a lot of support for a game they aren't doing a follow-up to. That's wild to me. It's wild to me that they're like, yeah, we're not going to do like expansions and DLC because we're hard at work on BG4, you know? Larian's a great company, happy with how they built it. So those are the instances where you need to like show support for, you know? Be like, hey, this is the kind of practice that we want. And I think that message was received pretty loud and clear. It doesn't mean every company is going to try to be like Larian. There is still a market. Like it or not, there's a market for games that are microtransaction to heck. And you know how we know that? Because they keep making them and people keep buying them. So obviously there's something about them that people like. There's something about a game like that people can kind of sink their teeth into. That isn't really going away. Meanwhile, though, we can support companies like Larian if that's the kind of game that you want to support. Because I'm sure there's people out there who don't like BG3 as well. You know, even though like they made an amazing game, there are people out there who are like, this game's not my cup of tea. I don't like it. It's not worth the money for me. It's so subjective, guys. It's so subjective. I just love to make sure that we stay out of like the people blaming side. I don't think anybody here has done that this morning, but of like, ugh, how can anyone play I don't know, put the gacha game here, right? How could anybody play that? That game's such trash, and they're wasting money. It's like, but people are there playing it, so obviously people like it. There's something there that people like, and until people don't like it anymore, they'll keep making it. Supply and demand, capitalism, you know. Big supporter of them, Tripwire, etc. Just don't like EA. EA's gotten better, I think. I think EA got their butt handed to them years back, and I think they've gotten better. Maybe they're not perfect, but I think they've gotten a little bit better. Not Larian level better, but I think they've gotten a little bit better. Hello there. Who's that? Oh, my activity feed. Gato86, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. But also, I'm not an expert on this kind of stuff. I'm no Pirate Software, I guess. I ain't no Pirate Software. I don't know what I'm talking about. Taking any of the slope pieces, because I have a container down here by my feet. Because I run into slopes a lot.
Miss you.
Oop. You missed me? You just got here. What if glitch mods works in EA? Apparently they're trying to do better. I would think, based on everything I've seen, trying to do better is probably the right word. Whether or not like that's a show or it's gonna stick, completely different story. But they've come a long way from Battlefront 2. That's what I'm saying, you know. Go Lego or go home. Well, in home, build them too. Okay, I could do that. Deep Rested, is that how you say your name? Welcome. Treating employees like crap is bad for PR. It's also just bad. But yeah, I guess it's also bad for PR. It's also just not right in general. But yeah.
It's Chuck Norris's
sometimes,
water.
guys.
It's a roundhouse kick of hydration.
Thank you for that. I'll do that right now. Sometimes, like, it's unfortunate in the world we live in that in order to get companies to do the right thing, we do have to socially pressure them. I don't think that's great. I don't think that that's awesome. I think it becomes very performative for corporations to, I mean, we just left Pride Month, so I don't think I need to tell any of you that, like, performative corporations is kind of cringe. However, would I rather have a performative corporation doing the right thing out of social pressure, or not doing the right thing at all? I don't know. Pirate Software was at TwitchCon. That wouldn't surprise me. At the EU one? I guess I don't know where they're from. And I'm saying they because I don't know what pronouns they use. So if anybody knows, let me know. But also the collective they of the Pirate Software brand. He was at TwitchCon. Oh, okay. TwitchCon EU. Did you get to meet Pirate Software? Pretty sure he uses he, him. I just never seen it. I've never seen it, so I wasn't entirely sure, and I don't hang out there that much, so. Actually had I don't know about a disagreement, but I don't know. Whatever. He's smarter than me. Didn't have a good enough of a plan. Oh, shoot, look at this thing. It broke. The little clip broke. Isn't that sad? I must have been too rough with it. It's sad. Man, it'd be so... One of these days, I do want to go to TwitchCon. This year, it's in September. In San Diego. And man, do I love San Diego. But the year it was in Vegas, I'm just like, I don't think I want to go to Vegas. I don't think I want to be around. This is going to sound so judgmental. Please don't take it this way. But being around Twitch people, like deep into Twitch people in Las Vegas, it just doesn't sound fun to me. San Diego, the only reason that sounds fun to me is the weather is phenomenal. It's beautiful. And then, like, I want to just be able to like leave. And anywhere that I would leave in Vegas, I feel like would just feel the same, right? So it'd be great if I could just be like, okay, I've done my thing. I've done it. Let's go to the beach. You know? But I do admit it'd be very interesting to see like some people walking around TwitchCon. Not that I watch, but just people I'm aware of. Here's another broken one. It'd be very surreal. I can't believe these clips keep breaking. I don't know if I've broken these clips ever before. Are they more brittle nowadays? Look at that. It's the second one I broke today. I don't even recall the last time I broke one of those. I must have been too rough when I was... Oh, this one's broken. Holy cow, what is going on? You have old clips and you use them illegally? No, this was on a newer set. This was the ATST set that I've had together this whole time. This is really odd. That's 3? Yeah, I mean 3 from the same set. Maybe it is a bad batch. Hey. Wait, wrong one. You missed it, Blue. You could have said, maybe it's just a bad batch. Zing. Maybe there's some weird stress. Definitely need to get to Lego with it. Maybe it's me. Hang on, here's another one. This one's fine. It's possibly when I was taking it apart, I was just too rough, but I've never done that before. I mean, I've definitely been rough before, but not...
That's not funny, Daddy.
Yeah, that's not funny, Daddy. Okay. Hey, dad joke time. You want the book? You want the book? Or do you want the app? Book page 28. Balls and gas. Ooh, oh, shoot. Stop. 28. 1 or 2. If multiples, 1. What did the Jedi say? Hold, please. What did the Jedi say when they walked into a hotel? What did the 2 Jedi say when they walked into a hotel? 1 room for 2 nights, please. Are we dad joke people here? Yeah. This is a book of Star Wars dad jokes. So the key with a good dad joke is it's got to be pretty wholesome, right? It's got to be pretty inoffensive, but like make you roll your eyes at the same time, you know? And I think that's kind of the understanding of dad jokes, right? I was about to apologize to Indy, but I see. We're in good company. Oh gosh, now I got to clear some. I did that roundhouse kick for hydration. We did the dad joke. Excellent. Here's another one. It's not broken though. So yeah, maybe not a bad batch because I would expect them all to be, I don't know. I mean, these are pretty fragile pieces to begin with, but it's surprising me. I mean, I'm pushing on this one pretty good and it's not breaking. It's very weird. Where do I have these, by the way? I have a place for these. I think they're, yeah, right in here. If I can get in there. There we go. I recently completed the Kleptomaniac Olympics. I took home gold and silver and bronze. I mean, that's the other thing, Lars, is they got to be obvious, but also like that's part of the fun. I'm in bed, by the way, so I'm not accessing my full mod powers. That's fine. I'm such a dad joke person. My wife got me a shirt that says dad jokes are how I roll. That's great. I have one that is like a gauge and it says dad joke loading. PSA, tell Lego about your broken pieces. That's how they improve their game. That's a good idea. I'll do that. I'll keep those over here as a reminder. Or they could just hire me for QA. I think that's what they need to do. I need to be quality assurance. A bit more water probably, but I'm all right. Oh, no. I think everything's copacetic right now. Boop, 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 boop. Just telling us that they might not be accessing their full power. Not at their full power level. Okay, I'm thinking. I'm looking around to see what I have that goes in these little drawers up here. The cheese wedges do. These little flat pieces do. Another little cheese wedge. Okay, this is taking a little longer than I thought. I think my ADHD is about to win. I was about to be like, I think I want to quit. I think I'm done. The dopamine has run out. I'm kidding. Y'all will keep me going. There's more of these. Minecraft time. We're just going to switch to Minecraft. I am going to miss Minecraft this week. I'll tell you that much. I'm going to miss it a lot. Oh, it's so weird. This is about the time that I would end stream during the week. I wonder if that's just my brain's just kind of in that mode, you know? It's Albs. What's up, Albs? How you doing? I can be back at the PC in 3 steps if I need be. What a gamer. My PC's always 3 steps away from me. Oops, that doesn't go in there. That goes here. Gotta make sure I keep everything separated. Back, the crepes were yummy. Good to hear. We're all very jealous. Okay, so here's another thing we could talk about today. Albs, thank you for checking in. So you guys noticed that we hit. Let me make sure it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed, right? How come the new goal says 510? But yes, we're at 509. We're nice. We're nicely in the 500 range. So, if y'all recall, the goal here is to hit hello there, thank you for the follow. Deep Rested, thank you for the follow. It changed to 510 as the goal. I don't know why, but hey, we just hit it. So thank you so much for that. But because we hit squarely in the 500s, we're gonna start the merch designing. I have the ideas. I'm gonna try to write them down today. I have some of them written down. I just had a genius idea last night. But if you all have ideas for like what you want to see, I definitely would like to hear it. So yeah, Clumsy, I've talked to Clumsy. I think she's in on helping design some of that, or at least the artwork of it. And so I'll get you something relatively soon. I wanted to say today, maybe today. It just depends on how today goes, you know. Maybe today, but I have about, let me think. I have about 4 ideas right now. I have about 4 ideas. Coleman's Lego Be a Good Person was really cool. His Did you mean shirt or Oops, shirt. I know. Yeah. I have a great idea for a shirt that is going to be so many layers deep that I feel like no one else will be able to know. But as soon as I'm going to keep it a little bit of a secret. I'm going to tell Clumsy, but I'm going to keep it a little bit of a secret. But I think that it is going to be very cool. Right now I have ideas for 2 different shirts / I guess we could do like a hoodie too. I get so many other words censored, but actual curse words don't get censored. It doesn't make any sense. That's so weird. So weird. Parental controls. Yeah, so like maybe a two different shirt slash hoodie slash tank top ideas. Ooh, I should do some tanks. Some wife respecters. Yeah. And mugs. Yes, I have probably 2 to 3 different ideas for mugs. You know how I am. One of them honestly is just gonna be this. Nice and simple. Not much to it. Trying to get my monitor out of the way there. Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably use, what is it called? Fourth Wall. I'll probably use them. I really do like the hoodie that Lutz has. The material on that one is so nice. It's so incredibly nice. It's very warm, but I also I'm hoping they have another one too, because I think that one is actually too warm for Texas. It's great for when it's very cold, but like for Texas, I'd rather have one that's just a little bit lighter as well. The new line of mugs from Lutz are nice, microwave and dishwasher safe. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, I do like I haven't gotten his like double-sided one, but I use my Lutz mug pretty often. I also really like this one too. The little logo on it. So yeah, I'm hoping if Clumsy has time, I'm also gonna probably use the same commission to talk a little bit about some new emotes as well, and do kind of like what Lutz did with a whole slew of new stuff. I could really use a big mug like the double mug. I love big mugs as well. I want them to be the same size around, but I want it to be even taller. If it could be about like this tall, that would be, if I could fit 2 cups of coffee in here, that would be amazing. B3 moat. Yeah, stuff like that. But the shirt idea that I have, I'm so excited. For. So outside of that, obviously, like, I know you guys want mugs. I know stuff like that. Is there anything in our circle here that you were like, that would make a good like slogan, or that would make a good, somehow you could make artwork around that to make a decent piece of merch? Is there anything like that you all are like really wanting? If not, that's fine. We'll come up with it. But excuse me. Where do these go? Over here. I got it. Nailed it. First try. You need slogans for a t-shirt? Not necessarily slogans, just like maybe inside jokes from the stream that you think were iconic that we could turn into something. The man likes big mugs and he cannot lie. It's so true. I want a Lego plushie. I wonder if they have that. So what about if they have plushies on Fourth Wall? What about a Minecraft skin as a plushie that's wearing the Lego shirt? A nonism shirt. Okay, how does that look? Like, they definitely have a plushie on Fourth Wall. Okay, we'll see what we can do with that. In fact, let me open up my browser real quick. Actually, I think it's on my other drive. My drive. Let's see. Did I start a document out here? I didn't. I'm going to start a document. Wait, I know I started writing things down. Where did I write it down? Okay, so... Okay, I got that down. Okay. In different fonts for each quote, I'll Discord an example. Absolutely, definitely send that to me. Just nonsense written on a plain t-shirt or cap in some font. So what about, instead of nonsense, what if we did the nonsense, like the Why am I blanking on it? The currency, the channel currency. I don't know how you would work that out though. You know, my favorite merch, I'll do some merch where like I'll do some merch that like you'll have to have been around to kind of understand it. But also I like understated merch as well. I really like this hat from Sword Bear. This just says certified silly boy. Right? It does have his Twitch on the back, but I love the understated. I love the understated. You kind of hate nonsense. Did I put a 3 in there? I didn't put a 3 in there, did I? Put it in Discord. Okay, let me check it out. I'm not going to get through 3 bags today. I can tell you that much. Wait, where is it? General. Oh, something like that. Okay. All the nonisms in okay. 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 I hope we have enough. All day, son. Youths. A white man. Typical. That's a good one. I like that. New girl. Okay. Also, we really need not. I don't know if I want to put that one on there. I don't know if guys. You just like the plain old nonsense on merch? Okay. Let me write that down. That could work. Nandi. I don't want to put Nandis on. Maybe in the smallest font ever, we'll put like the like really bad ones. I don't. You want to put your? I don't want to put my. Yeah. Okay. Do we do a merch line of? Do we do a merch line of underwear and call them Nandis? Is that too far? Is it a bridge too far? A pair of boxers with Nandis on it? I don't want to. I don't think I'd be allowed to like. I don't want to open the door to people being like, hey, I just want to show off the new merch that I got. No one is allowed to send me pictures of that merch, okay? We didn't go far enough. You can have bathing suits. I'm going to have to run this one by the wife before I commit to that. Yeah. I have to put a little disclaimer on it. Do not send. You know, on every other page it'd be like, we'd love to see what you look like in your new non-merch. Except this one. Not this one. Not this one. Nah. No. No, not this one. Not you guys. This is why my DMs are closed. Special underwear for men with no butts who own up to having no butt. Ouch. Called out. I'm very flat back there. I got nothing going on there. A gold Lego statue that says, I got an Nandi. Am I wrong? No, you're not wrong. It's hurtful, but you're not wrong. I need more coffee. Am I wrong? You're going to sit there and tell me that I'm wrong? So is Fro. Okay, well, I'm in good company then. I don't know, it's less of a problem, I think. Not a problem. It's never a problem, right? But it's more socially acceptable as a man, I guess. It's just small. It's just small. And it's okay. It's okay to be small. It's okay to be small. Anyway, DMs are closed, so, you know. I don't know. I'll have to run that by the wife. I don't know. That might be a bridge too far. It's making me embarrassed, so nothing to do with her, just makes me embarrassed. Anyway, anything else? That's the way to set the brand apart from the others. Yeah. I guess we could look at more. We could look at other people's merch. I do really like Sword Bear's merch, you know. Those are called Packers? It's a thing in the trans mass community? I don't know what you mean. I heard something about Nandies. No, you didn't. Nope. Nope. All right. I know I have a place for these poles. I know I have a container full of poles. There we go. Found it. Nailed it. I'm not getting through 3 bags today. I can feel it. I can feel it. And I put these somewhere. Oh, right in there. Perfect. Perfect. Hey guys, let's source some Lego. A medical prosthetic to help combat gender dysphoria. Okay. Fair enough. I thought it was a different thing. Yeah. But they're also fun too. Isn't that like most things in life? You know? They help us and also we have a good time. Right here. Can't tell if I'm actually losing track of like what I'm doing or if I'm just that deeply embarrassed. Get your mind off the Nandies, bro. I'm trying to sort my Lego here. You guys are making me distracted from my Lego. Shaking my head, cis people. I'm sorry sometimes for how... No, I'm not like sorry for being cis, but just, you know, I don't know. I find myself deeply, what do you call it? Deeply vanilla. I don't know. It's like I know so many people who are, I hate to say not vanilla, because that doesn't, never, I'm just going to stop talking right now. I love you all. You're greatly appreciated. Do you know the cis is now considered a slur on Twitter? Did Elon Musk do that? I don't. People can call me cis. I'm okay with that. I think it's a pretty easy way to just describe, yeah. Because I don't think saying normal is good, you know? I don't think saying normal is a good way to put it, you know? But also, like, I've never had it hurled at me as an insult, right? If somebody, I mean, like, right there, you're just like, ugh, cis people. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Yeah. I don't know. Can we make Musk and Elon slurs? Should we, we could put it in chat. We could do that. We could ban the terms. That way it censors it out for Clumsy every time. Circles. I know I have a place for circles. Do I have enough to justify a container? Not really. But there we go. Anyway. It's not a slur, it's literally just a descriptor. Yeah, I don't think it started out as like, I don't think anybody's ever used it to me. I suppose you could, but of just, I don't know. I've never seen it as a slur. I don't know. As long as Twitch doesn't think it's a slur, I'll stop saying it if Twitch does, because I just don't want to get, you know. As a dad of a child on the spectrum, normal is such a tough way to describe things. Yeah, because there really isn't a normal thing. Absolutely. Instead, we use the word typical or atypical to be used as generally expected and outside the normal expected behavior, attitude, etc. Yeah, that's why I hate using the word like I'm just normal. It's like there's nothing normal about me. But am I a man who was born male? Yes. Do I like women? Yes. So like that, I think cis is a better way to put that, you know. 90, I would say 85%. No, 90% cis. No, I think so. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think it's actually better to have a word for it instead of just assuming that that's the baseline, right? Bum, bum. But I guess they just got tired of being called cis, which you would think guys like Elon Musk actually would like. That's what they'd they desperately want people to know how straight they are, right? They get scared anytime people don't think that they're straight. So you would think they'd be like, finally, a term that finally just says exactly what I am to a T. There's no misconstruing. I can just say it. Boom. I'm cis and everything's fine. But you'd think they'd want that, but they don't want that because now it's an insult. Somehow, like, I don't get it. I don't get it. By the way, as a physically disabled autistic advocate, anything special is can burn in hell. So like if you use the word like they're special, you talking about like that. We say normal is a setting on the dryer. I like that, Indy. Yeah. Elf, I was here before, then I had a nap. Good morning. I hope you had a great nap. I honestly thought that was yesterday by now. I'm fine. I'm fine though. Or special. Yeah, anything with the special term in it. Yeah, yeah. It's a little condescending, right? Probably more than a little. I see more slopes. I'm still working on the ATST. I'm not getting through 3 bags today. This was the small one. It's fine though. We're making progress right here. This is what progress looks like. We're leaning into the process, not the end goal. One day the end goal will be here. For right now, it's all about the process. You know? This is fun. We're talking about being cis. You know? I'm trying to think of a way to say something that I want to say, and I don't know if I have the words to say it, because every time I think about saying it, I think about that it might be insensitive, and I'm trying not to be that, nor am I trying to like score points or anything. I'm thinking it through. We'll get there. My specific area is education, and the fact it's special ed everywhere, big time othering. Yeah, yeah. I actually have a whole container for these. That's amazing. Okay, cool. I can just throw these in here. I think it's too personal. I think it's too personal for me to share. So I think I'll hold off on it until I have better words to express it. I'm going to hold off on it for now. I know that's so cryptic, and you're probably like, what the heck? But I just don't have the words for it right now. Bum, bum. Usually it's accessible something. Usually it's accessible. Accessible something. Okay, so you'd say accessible this, but it depends on the topic and the country. Yeah, gotcha. This is a horrible way to say it, but I'm happy that it's at least that and not what it was called. Little incremental steps, right? It'll change again in the next few years. Yeah. Oh, can I just say, like, I've said this before, but like I hate how prevalent the use of the R slur is recently, especially from some people who consider themselves to be like progressive or liberal or leftists. There's like this weird subsect of like, I don't even know if I call them leftist, but like, I don't know what I'd call them because it's weird. And they just love calling people, like they love debating people and just calling them the R word. And it's like, it doesn't make any, I don't understand why this word has come back. And then they'll have these hour-long diatribes about why it's okay for them to use the R slur. And it's like, dude, like, if you just want to make people mad, just say it. Just say that you want to make people mad and upset at you. Because that's all it does, you know? I hate that word. I hate that word. I'm so happy that was never, like, in my lexicon of words to say, because I'm sure it is hard to like purge out of your vocabulary. If you spent any time in the 80s and 90s, And even early 2000s, probably 90s and 2000s mostly, that was the insult, guys. Like, that was the thing that you threw at people. And it was thrown at me a lot, by people who don't know what they're talking about, you know? So, like, in that, I'm actually kind of grateful because I never had to purge that from my brain, you know? Whereas I know other people who have had to do that, and sometimes they slip up and they say something, and they're like, I shouldn't have said that. Like, well, it's just never in my vocabulary to treat people that way. So, you know, as a person who grew up in the 80s and 90s, I'm always working on removing certain words from my vocab. There are definitely other words that I need to remove, but none quite so offensive as that one. And just the people who just defend, like, it's just a word and we need to remove the power of words. They're the same people who argue that they should be able to use the N-word, that it's not a big deal. And it's like, okay, no, no. Just wait. The people who defend using the R slur will inevitably start defending the, like, just drop a little, like, I don't know, maybe the N-word's not too bad because, you know, we need to remove the stigma and all of that kind of stuff. Like, get out of here. Just don't say it. It's not hard. It's not hard. Unless it's been ingrained in you by your parents or your culture or your friends, the people you hang around. If it's been ingrained in you, then you're hanging around the wrong people. And that isn't so much a problem with the word itself, but a problem with the ideology of the people that you choose to hang around. So if it's hard for you to stop saying slurs, that's a you problem. I don't know where this piece goes. Anybody seen where this piece goes? I've honestly have learned to have a thick skin. I think that's good to have a thick skin. You learn to deal with it because people are always looking for ways to raise themselves up at the cost of others. So you just find your group and remove the rest from your life. I love that. Indy, I'm glad that you're here today. I am. I think you're fitting in really well here. That's the kind of vibe I like too. Whereas I don't think that people should use certain words. I also know the reality of the world we're in where people are just mean. And we do need to, at the same time, call those people out for using such vocabulary. I don't think that should excuse and say, well, then you should just get over it. But I do think that we need some sense of, like, thick skin, but only to clap. I think they need to be clapped back at, honestly, when they do stuff like that, you know? It's also why chatting online is easier, because I can edit myself versus my verbal diarrhea. True. Yeah, same here, especially in text. I can really think about what I need to say. On stream, I do more verbal diarrhea, but, you know. It's harder for me in person in the moment to think, like, okay, well, let me remember that stat, or let me remember that that random fact that I heard, and, like, where I heard it from and how I know it's true and all that kind of stuff. That becomes harder in person, like person to person. But I don't tend to talk to people that way. I feel like whenever I confront things in person, I tend to appeal more to their like humanity, and more to their, like, why would you want to hurt people, and less to the, like, trying to logically get them to the place where they admit that, like, okay, maybe saying these things isn't good, you know. I would just be like, why do you want to be seen as a kind of person who says hurtful things? Whether or not you think it's hurtful doesn't matter, because other people do. So, like, why would you defend that, you know? I would love to ask that we don't say or fair enough after the week you had. See, we have context. Lars isn't trying to censor us. Lars is just trying to protect their inner peace, you know? Too soon. Feeling more like yourself, but some of that trauma lingers. It lingers a while, huh? I understand. Ooh, food poisoning is the worst. I'm pretty sure I got food poisoning at Disney World when we went. Did I ever tell you all that story? I made a couple of bad mistakes at Disney World. years ago, 2019. It's actually right before we had the kid. Made a couple of bad mistakes. One, I ate it was hot. I probably wasn't hydrating as much as I should have. I thought I was. Probably not as much as I should have. And I had for some weird, bizarre reason that I don't understand even to this day, we went to this place to eat, and I ordered a lobster burger. A burger with lobster on it, and I still swear to you...
Oh, we are almost at a year. Cheers.
Code, almost a year. How is that possible? Holy cow. Thank you so much for 11 months. Jeez. But yeah, I ate a lobster burger. Why? What possessed me to think this is going to be like, one, it didn't taste good. What possessed me to think that like, this is... Yeah, I mean, I didn't think for a second that it wouldn't be safe. I didn't think for a second I'd get food poisoning from it. But I just didn't know what was going on. It was the worst. I thought I was having some kind of, at that point in my life, I wasn't eating a lot of sugar. And so then we came to Disney where it's a lot of sugar. And I thought I was having some kind of diabetic like overload or something. And it turns out, and the more I think about it, the more I'm sure of this now, that it was just food poisoning. It was just bad lobster. But I don't even know why lobster on a burger sounded good to me to begin with. Never again. Hashtag never again. It was so bad. I feel so bad for my wife, guys. There's one thing at Disney she wanted to do, and if I could do it all over again, I would. But she wanted to see. This is gonna make me cry. She wanted to see the fireworks in Magic Kingdom, and that was the day that I got sick, and I wasn't even in my right mind. So like I wasn't even thinking straight to be like, you should go see the fireworks. I was just in pain, and I guess she was worried about me, right? Obviously. And I was just in the worst pain of my life, coming out both ends, shaking. I got a fever. Did you get like a fever, Lars? If I'm triggering it too much, I'm sorry. I'm probably talking too detailed about it again. But yeah, like it was bad. It was bad. It was the worst I've ever felt. And I told her, I was like, we're going to come back here one day. And even if I'm like on my deathbed, you can go see the fireworks. I don't know why in my mind I was like, no, I'll go. And then I'm like, bleh, puking. And then she's like, just don't die, okay? So I owe her another trip. We're going to try to go again this year. Not try. We already have everything planned for December. So hopefully nothing like that will happen again. Huh? Hi. Look at that hair.
I thought I was playing survival.
No, I'm not playing Minecraft today. I'm sorting my Lego collection. Not cool? Hi. What's up? How do you look so old right now? Oh, look what that did.
That's not funny, Daddy.
Do you want to hear what that one says? Here, hit that one again.
That's not funny, Daddy.
That one doesn't do anything. Hold on. Go. Hit it. Hit it. That one doesn't do anything. I think I lost the file for it. Oh, that's loud. Oh, that's loud. Sorry. Woo. Everybody's saying hi. You want to say hi? They're saying hi, Zeke.
Hi.
Hi. You gonna go play with Mama for a bit? Go. Playing with the dog.
I had a dream.
You had a dream?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Okay.
Really crazy dream.
It was a really crazy dream. Come here.
Okay, so
What was it?
I'm a Swedish Viking!
Okay.
So our house was
Our house was different.
State Flag.
Our house was in the Empire State
No,
Building?
no,
No?
I said the Empire State.
Okay.
And then at the morning time, and it was dessert. So there was a new Saturn, but it was a little bit. the peel apart and it was on smoke, but it was on fire. But
Okay.
definitely, it was tricking me. It was on fire. So again, so we built a house together, but we got built a house together again, because our house was on fire
Again?
A cray. So I got off my room. I got a little bit burned, but I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
die.
Wow. Why are your dreams all involving?
I got really high
Okay.
down the stairs. So
Wow, that's a wild dream.
and then you saw me like, hey, what are you doing? Taste your cereal, but what are you doing?
What are you doing down here? That was it?
And I said, our house got on fire.
Mm-hmm. So
So
why
we went to Colorado.
we went to Colorado? So I'm wondering
And then when we
why.
get back,
Uh-huh.
then our house wasn't on fire, but it was a little bit, but
You've been thinking a lot about fires lately, huh?
it's a little bit different. But
Okay.
so sit down on the couch. It wasn't on fire anymore. But
Mm-hmm.
so God called you, and then he saw you. He had rock with him, but he had goat.
You had a goat?
He had a crazy goat.
Okay.
One. I told him my dream. And
So
also, the goat was crazy.
are you just making it up at this point, or did this act?
And the goat was crazy as a kid.
Okay.
I would say turns like, I don't know. He was flying, but the sky was making him flying.
Cool. Wow, was that the end of the dream?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Hang on.
And
How come?
that's crazy.
Yeah. How come so many of your dreams are involving fire lately? Does it make you scared?
No.
No.
Uh,
You okay? You're not scared by it?
no. I
Okay.
just don't trust fire.
You don't trust fire. You shouldn't trust fire. You should be very careful around fire, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But in the dream, the sky was
Okay. All right. I love you. Love you. Bye. What was that? I didn't follow. I didn't follow that. Yeah, like the last couple dreams he's talked about, he's talked a lot about fire, and I'm not. He plays Teardown, which is like you can blow things up. Maybe he's playing too much Teardown. Because the last couple times he's talked about fire, you can't like hurt yourself or people. I guess technically you can hurt yourself in that, but it comes back. But maybe he's playing too much of that. Yeah, he's like, no, Dad, I love fire. Fire is amazing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I gotta start making some moves here, guys. Let me get back to this scene. I love him too. He's amazing. He really is. He's starting to get so like descriptive and funny. I mean, he's always been kind of a goofball, kind of been funny all the time, but did you all follow any of what he was saying? I admit I only followed a very small percentage of it. Where did these go? I know I have a drawer for these bad guys right here. These little bad boys. I know I do. I'm not putting them in with the cheese wedges, am I? No. Where do they go? It's not right in front of me, right? Huh. I could have sworn I had a place for those. Let me put them aside for right now. My shorts are brown. Hello. Sorry about your shorts. I'm still just waking up, so following any conversation is hard right now. That was hard for me. That was hard for me to follow too. Oh my gosh, he's so. There was a point in there where I felt like maybe he didn't dream half of that and he's just making it up to be funny. But I didn't want to like, you know, I didn't want to shame him for it or anything like that, you know. It's probably one of my favorite things that he does now is come and tell me about his dreams. But the last few have gotten kind of scary and I'm like, "Are you okay? Do we need to talk to somebody?" So keep an eye on it, you know. But also, kids are kids, you know. That kind of stuff is bound to happen. Don't be sorry. It's a feature, not a bug. All right. If you start with brown shorts, you don't have to worry about something happening, you know. So true. I'm out of coffee. I'm gonna switch to water. This is why I need a bigger mug. I also wonder if for the merch, if there's like is there like a thermos mug that I could make? Because sometimes I'd like my coffee to be much warmer. Okay, I'm back. Is it over? Is what over? The stream or the dream? You missed Zeke telling us about his latest dream. The dream is over. Wait, have I just been putting them in here? Have I been putting them in with the regular slopes? How'd that get in there? Have I just been putting them in here? No, I don't see any others. Oh, wait, there's one. I did see one. This is gonna need to be sorted again. These are slopes, but look at the variation in slopes. I'm gonna have to like differentiate between like upside down slopes versus right side up. You know, there's just a lot. But I don't see a bunch in here, so I don't think I've been putting them in here. Where have I been putting them? I'm more of a degenerate than a developer. Uh-oh. Slopes are the worst to sort. Yeah, it feels like it. I just feel like I had a smallish container for these guys somewhere, and I don't know why I'm not finding it. And I thought it was in here. I thought it was in one of these. Like, I thought it was right next to this one. Because they're kind of in a similar vein, right? Like, there's these little vents. But I'd like to keep them separate, because these are very fun to use. I love using these to add detail. So I want to keep these separate. Unless I'm just missing it. That's all flat pieces. Those are all clips down there. These are Technic on this side. There's some like plant life stuff. Do I put them in with the cheese wedges? I do have some in here. I guess it makes sense to put them in here. I don't have many in here though. Maybe this is just a new category and I'm losing my mind. Maybe we just got a new category to make. Let's just make a new category, shall we? This is good. This is good. Put this aside. Ah, shoot, that one already has some in it. Do I have any empty ones? I don't. Let me go empty some of these out real quick, okay? Yeah, I'm not a developer, and even I know that one. But yeah. Blue was supposed to let me know when the food poisoning talk was over. Oh, no. It's done now. Except for one more detail. No, I'm kidding. Hey, let me go empty some of these out. Actually, let me put... Let me put all of these in here since I'm going to make a trip anyway. Okay, is that everything? All right. Make a trip with these three. Yeah. Here, you want to see the big screen? system's still working at least. It's going pretty well. The system actually works pretty good, if I'm being honest. Are those bear calves? Hey. My legs are probably the strongest muscle on my body, though. It's carried a lot of weight over the years. We're working on it, though. I do have good calves. I think, personally. My wife tells me I have good calves all the time. She won't shut up about it. Hopefully my kid isn't here and just heard me say shut up. That's a whole thing. That's a bad word. Don't say that. Zeke, if you're here, that's a bad word. It's fine. I'm forgettable. Nah. I really want to play Minecraft. I'm in a mood. Oh, interesting. Do I have a spot for... I have one of these for flat corner pieces, but do I have any for... I'm surely not going to have a lot of these, right? I don't know. I might. Especially as we get into the Parisian Cafe ones. There might be a lot of these corner smooth pieces that I need to figure out where to put. They might have to be their own drawer. Own little special drawer. Start that. You have the cafe. I'm about to take it all apart. I mean, it is already apart. That's one of these bags right here. I'm pretty sure this is the Parisian Cafe. Yeah, because there's the chef. There's a chef. I don't have the space for it. I don't have the space to build it, so it's going to be part of the collection. And then once the collection's sorted, maybe we could build our own modular house. That could be kind of fun, huh? Or rebuild them. You know, I still have the instructions, so I can rebuild. Oh, that reminds me. I'm going to do something really super quick. Apologies. I want to do this right now so that I can remember. Hang on one sec. I'm actually going to send a message real quick. I'm just thinking of something and I don't want to forget it. Okay. Done. Sorry about that. I just know I'm notorious. If I don't say it now, I'm going to forget it. While I'm thinking about it, I want to say it right now. All right. And I know I have a spot. Yeah, for these guys. They're going to go in with the other ones. This is the part that I'm getting a little lost on, is just all these small pieces. Is that where you go? No, technically you're going to go in here. Okay. You see how, like, each time I do a little bit of this, it kind of, like, increases the complexity a little bit. Goes right there. And, like, brings new problems each time. Sending messages on stream, taking calls on stream, not just hates us. Hey, it's important, okay? I really don't want to go back to the airsoft field today. Last night was super sketchy around the field. Several drug dealers out and about, and loads of druggies high off whatever walking around. Have you called the police to let them know that, like, hey, this happens here quite often? Maybe station somebody out here to... Yeah, that's sketchy. Ugh. Don't go. Play Minecraft. I thought you were saying don't go and play Minecraft. Don't you go play Minecraft. They're just saying don't go play Minecraft. Oops, I dropped a piece. Oh well. I don't know where I was going to put that one anyway. There's got to be... We're going to make a new category. That's what we're going to do. Make a new category for these slopes, but with this detail in them. I don't know. Maybe I'll end up throwing this just into regular slopes and be done with it, but I'm going to make one. I'm going to make a new category just in case, you know? I do have a place up here for all these launchers. You guys, if you have any Lego Star Wars sets, especially recently, you're going to get a lot of these like launcher things. These ones are actually an older one. They're doing more of the stud launchers like this now, where... Do I have a stud? Somewhere here, there is a stud. Here we go. So now they're doing a lot more of these instead of the... These launchers do those long missiles. I don't have in front of me to show you, but you put one in here, and then when you hit the back, it'll spring out and shoot, right? Well, they're moving more towards these guys right here, where you put a little stud in it, and then this top piece right here, you can, and it comes out pretty dang fast. Arguably, probably faster than the missile things, and probably hurt people more than those. I'm not a big fan of having launcher pieces on the sets. I think that kids love them. I mean, my kid loves them, so I guess that makes sense. But for me personally, I don't love them. I'd rather have something that like looks like a blaster but doesn't actually fire anything. So, but I have a whole container of stuff like that: launchers, all the little rubber bands that you can see are yellowing, so I probably don't need to keep, but I do. All that kind of stuff goes in one container. Good morning, it's Ashley. How's it going? How you doing, babe? My Minecraft dragon has a launcher. Does it have one of the long launchers or a stud launcher? Stud, look in the mirror, Ayo. Wait, wrong one. Ashley, what do we want to do today? I know there was that one store you wanted to go to, but we were talking about weekend plans. And I was like, I know one thing's for sure. I don't make any plans without talking to my wife. I am notorious for not making plans until the day of, though. But we did talk yesterday about going to some store. I know the name of it. I just don't want to say it in case it completely doxes us. I don't know if this is like a nationwide thing or not. Doing the Vikings for Z. Yeah. One of the long launchers. Interesting. Okay. I kind of thought they were phasing those out, but maybe not. These can go in here. Round pieces. I do have a thing. I was about to say I have a thing for circles. That's not really what I meant. I have a container for circles. That's what I meant. It's the new Pop Shelf store. Is that like, yeah. Pop Shelf. What's in the Pop Shelf store? Let's tell everybody. Maybe we'll go get some lunch out there too, huh? I like doing that on Saturdays. We should probably, if we don't do it so much during the week, we can do it more on Saturdays, you know? I have no idea. I've never been there. Okay. She's so adventurous. Lightsaber hilts go in there. These little hammers will also go. I got this container full of like minifigure accessory type things. I might end up sorting all this again later into like take weapons and put them somewhere else. What are those dogs on about? What are those dogs doing? Those dogs are barking. All right. I think I'm going to take some over there. Barking at nothing, as per usual, or probably just like a random person happened to walk by. No one else in the entire world heard them walking, getting their morning Constitution steps in. and these dogs have got to just go wild. House is haunted. I don't think so. I never got haunted vibes from it yet. Angered the ghost by cleaning the vents. That was his home. His home is in the vents. He eats that dust, and you just got rid of it. The dust is his food. That's what he eats. He obviously doesn't eat the dust if it was still there, unless we're creating that much dust. Also, can someone clip he eats the dust? That delivery was impeccable. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know, hang on. That was channeling a little bit. Of I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson, where he talks about the bones being their money. The bones are their money. The skeletons have no bones. It was kind of channeling that a little bit. It's a big concern when you move into a new place and you have to like be sure, okay, is this place haunted? That's a concern. And you're spending that first night in your new place thinking, is this place haunted? I hope not. And you're listening for the little noises, you know? Try to get fancy. Didn't work. Thanks, Clumsy. Bones are their money. I don't know where those are going to go. Those are going to go in the... I still have this container of... Oh, wait, sorry. I'm not back on the screen. This is a container of... I don't know why Yoda's in it. I know where he goes, but this is the container. I just don't know what to do with those pieces yet, so I just kind of give up after a little while. All right, we're going to create that. These flat pieces. I know that I have a place for these, and in turn, like, look at this. Like, what am I supposed to do? This is a very specific piece. If I need this for a build, where am I going to find that? You love the container? Or the Yeah. Everybody needs one. What time is it? What time is it? Oh, it's 8:30. We still got about 30-ish minutes. 30-ish. Circles. Flat circles, though, I might have... I do have a place. We're putting those in with squares. One day I might regret that, but that is what we're doing. Look at me flying through this. I'm so fast. Does that go in there? That goes in that one. Okay, I have a place for this. This is technically a slope piece. Yeah. I don't know. Eventually I'll sort that as well, but in the meantime, so I don't get like locked in on like, where does this go? Where does this go? It's nice to just have a place for stuff like that, you know? Speaking of, I must have a place for this. think it'll go in that one. Okay. All right, I'm gonna make another trip because there's a couple pieces here that I know I have a place for. So I'm gonna do that. I could have sworn when I was over here earlier, I could have sworn I saw a container that had pieces like this, and now I don't see it. So I know I have circles though. Here we go. Nailed it that time. What's up, Loots? How's it going? Just because I'm a droid doesn't mean I can't appreciate a good sunset on Tatooine. It's so true. So true. I'm feeling particularly dumb this morning. How are you all doing? Why are you feeling particularly dumb? But good to see you. Are your days all messed up too? I had to get out of bed this morning and go, oh, it is Saturday. Felt like it could be Sunday. I'm kind of looking forward to tomorrow morning. I don't have anything to edit right now. So tomorrow morning, I think I'm going to wake up stupid early. And I'm going to play First Descendant. Like, all morning. Until the kid wakes up. So I'm going to get up at like 5. Maybe 4:30. Maybe I'll be a little wild about it. I'll get up at 4:30. It's going to be great. Sunday is like the time where I can just chill. And it feels good. I like having a game like that I can play on Sundays to kind of just reset my brain. That is not where that should have gone. That is Technic poles, not regular poles. Regular poles go over here. This chair. I need a new chair. Look at that. I bought my laptop with me on this weekend trip because I was going to knock out some freelance work before starting the day. But I have my base project on my work computer, not my personal, which was out of necessity in the first place. Oh, geez. What kind of freelance stuff do you still do? Is it website creating freelance stuff? Does that bring in any decent revenue for you? Hi, China. I'm doing well. How are you? Just doing some sorting, you know. Trying to get this done. I really planned on getting through three bags this morning. I've not even finished one. I'm about to take the rest of these and put them all in the pile. In fact, I'm going to put those in there right now. And then just move on to the next one. Although at this late in the morning, maybe starting another one isn't the best idea. No way, the entirety of China is watching. We've made it. We've made it. The client I'm working with now wants a clone of another project I've done, but I should have known better because I used the money from the other client to buy this computer. Oh no. So like it's on the other computer. Yeesh. I'm telling you, that's what I'm planning on doing with the funds I'm getting from doing some of this video editing. I'm planning on getting a nice video editing laptop myself. I'm a little worried about like space-wise, but I think I'll keep it as just an editing thing, you know. That way I could edit like anywhere typically. Freelance web dev work. It can be good money if I stay motivated, yeah. I'm telling you, I feel like the last like month or so, I've been working with Spooky on editing these videos. And I told him the other day, I was like, man, I feel like this is my calling, because I feel so different when I edit. When I have something that I'm engaged in editing, something about editing my own stuff is kind of a weird place to be. But when I have something to work on and I'm like fiddling with it and like moving things around and I get these ideas and I think that's a great idea, and then it works and I make it happen, and it's this feeling of like, it's this feeling of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Accomplishment. Even though it's something that's hard and takes a long time, it doesn't feel like a burden. You know what I mean? I don't know. So I feel like I knew I loved editing. I used to edit a lot, and I kind of ran out of steam editing my own stuff, because you guys know me. I'm not like a big content guy. I'm not a content making machine. I'm all about the vibes. I'm all about hanging out with people, and less about how can I turn this into marketable content. That's just not my brain. But for other people, it is. And when you team up someone like me who loves to edit and loves to get into the nitty gritty and make little jokes and references that other people probably aren't even going to get inside the editing process, something magical happens, I think. And man, I've just been so motivated by it, and so it's made me think. It's made me think a lot. Being a freelancer full time would be terrifying, but doing it on part time on my own time is less scary. But I'm thinking, I don't know. I've got several projects just with Spooky alone that's gonna keep me busy for a long time. Beyond that, though, I don't know. It could be really cool to do something like that in a bigger, more permanent way. The work is just so good. The work is so my speed. It's like I can zone in on it. I can just clip away. I can get fast at it. I can get efficient. I can tweak things, move things around, polish it up, get a rough cut done, and then go back through again and just kind of keep working and polishing this thing until I'm like, wow, this is actually like, and you know how I don't take compliments super well, and I'm kind of hard on myself a lot of times, but when I look at something I've done, like the Star Wars video, and then now this one I'm working on, I'm like, this is actually really good. Like, the Star Wars video is rough. Like, this next one is already leagues better than the Star Wars character video, as far as my part in it. Obviously, like, Spooky's part and Sword Bears and Coleman's, those parts were always excellent. But as far as my involvement in it, I already feel like I've done so much more on this one. You used to have that feeling when you were drawing. You don't really have the feeling anymore. Do you know what changed? Are you just not as motivated? Like, what do you think changed? Because I'd love to know if we can nail down what it is that changes. Because old school, you've been playing Mad Max. Fun fact, a Mad Max video is on its way as well. It just feels so good to like have someone else hand me the thing. Like, here's the thing. It's scattered. It's everywhere. It's kind of a chaotic mess. Can you make this into something? And then me be like, you bet, I got you. And then, like, not to give you too many behind the scenes, but I sent like the rough draft to Spooky of this next video, and he was like, if we were in a time crunch, this is shippable. Like, we could definitely make it, there's some things we can do to make it a little bit better, but this first edit is like shippable and ready to go. He's like, I could put this on my channel now and not feel bad about it. And I was like, dang. And I was like, I need to do more. It needs to be better. I need to make it a little bit better. And he's like, we could ship this. He's like, let's take the time and tweak it, but let's ship it. Lack of inspiration or motivation. Yeah, I could see that. Mardara, hi. How's it going? Yeah. So I don't know what kind of woke me up from it, Clumsy, is if I was, it's paid work, okay? I had the idea to be an editor for YouTubers a while back. A while back, I thought maybe I could just find a big YouTuber, a relatively big YouTuber, and just like be their editor. And I had heard people say, my editor did that. And I'm like, that sounds so cool. Like to be like that background guy, you know? That sounds like so cool to do. But I always thought if I did that, I'd have to start editing for someone for free. That was always my thought process. Like I have to start out doing it for free, and then maybe one day I could get paid. And so when I always thought if I'm not going to get paid for it, then I would be better off. It would be a better use of my time to actually edit my own stuff, right? Because then I'm building my own content, building my own brand, whatever, you know. That would be a better use of my time than creating something for someone else for free. So I never really did do it. And then when that Star Wars video happened, I was like, I'll do one for free. It's fine. This was a fun video. I love Star Wars. I love Coleman. I love Spooky. Like, this is just going to be a fun time for me. I'll do a quick edit on it, throw it out. Not going to be a big deal. But then when Spooky asked me about it, he was like, I'm going to pay you. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? Like, what? So he's really opened up a lot of confidence and a lot of doors for me by saying that, like, hey, this work is worth money and I want to pay that money. And that's I always thought if I ever did this, I'd have to start by working for free. And that was when I'm like, I don't work for free. You know, like my time, I hate to say it this way, my time's too valuable as I'm sorting through my 30-year-old Lego collection. My time is far too valuable. But it was always that concept of like, I could be making my own thing for free. If I'm going to work for free, I'm going to work for free for myself, not for anybody else, you know? So the fact that he was willing to do that has been very eye-opening lately. And has really led me to think about a lot of things. And then when I'm working on it, I just feel so like at peace about it. And like, this is a skill that I actually have. I've always spent most of my life like feeling like I didn't have any discernible skill at all in like anything. And finally I'm seeing the value and the worth in it. And it's really opening my eyes. It's making me feel all sorts of things, you know, and I don't know what to do with it. I don't know. I told him just the other day, I was like, I feel like this is my calling, but I don't know what to do about that. Have you ever been there before? I'll take a break for just a second. I'm going to go put some of this stuff away. Might not have a container for this one. I might not have containers for this one. Wait, yes, I do. They're right here. Haha, got them. Nailed it. Also, I'm very aware that I am ADHD, and this could just be a hyperfixation, right? This could just be, it's rewarding me dopamine right now. And so in that instance, like, of course I'm motivated because I'm getting hits of dopamine like crazy. So once that wears off, you know, like, will it end up like Clumsy? Lack of inspiration and motivation? Maybe. You just got to hope that at that point you still love the process enough to still keep going for it, you know? Yeah, I don't know. But as of right now, I'm going to ride that wave. I'm going to stack as much money as I can from that. Buy myself a nice editing computer, little laptop or something. Or just keep it stashed away forever. My brother got 146 euros and no reason at all. Huh. That's lame. I have a place for figures. I'll do that later. All right. Let me go take the rest of this here. Hearing you talk about editing. Yes. It has been so great. I've been stuck on my first project since March. Same. What project are you working on? But now I'm gonna do it. Josie's Ori run. I'm gonna do the pirate software method. Work on at least 30 minutes a day. Absolutely. That is a great idea. And that's, I need to take my own advice for the Lego sorting. That's what I need. I need to take that advice for this project too. Just a little bit. Don't be so concerned about the end, especially if you're doing something long. So I'm assuming if it's an Ori run that's, how long are we talking? I'm gonna do Spooky's truck simulator video. That VOD is 6 hours long. So it's gonna take a while to get through that. And if I look at that as on the whole of like, I'm just gonna do like 2 4-hour VODs. Yes, you're on 8 hours. Yeah. If you look at that as a whole, you're gonna get overwhelmed. But I think that's such a great idea. Just 30 minutes, chop something up, do whatever you need to do with it, come back to it. And who knows, if you end up going, what ends up happening with me is I'll end up going longer than 30 minutes. You know, you don't have to, but you'll get motivated and you'll get those little hits of dopamine. You'll be like, hey, this is kind of fun. I'm going to keep going. That happened to me yesterday with the video. I didn't expect to have pretty much a shippable project at the end of the day yesterday, but I sent it to Spooky. I was like, I think that unless you got like some small stuff that you see that I didn't, I think this is good. Of course, you always let the client tell you that, but I think this is good, you know? One of the things that's been so great about working with Spooky, though, is also very collaborative. I can talk to him, like, at any time, like, hey, can I get this from you? Like, do you have access to this clip or this, he also has access to a lot of, like, Epidemic Sounds. He has a whole branding thing that he has a lot of that stuff set up that I've never been able to work with before. And the video we have coming out here is the first time I've actually used a green screen and keyed out in a video. And that's going to be, it was harder than I thought, but once I figured it out, it was like, oh, okay, I see, you know. What's the target length for the truck final vid? It kind of depends. I have to see how the rough cut goes to begin with, but it's probably close to like, we've been hitting 30 to 40 minutes on 3 to 4 hour long VODs, so a 6 hour. Now there's a lot of stuff in there that's probably not going to make the video. We're talking now about like what exactly chain of events happened, what kind of story do we want to like make out of that. So I would still probably say I would shoot for the 30 to 40 minute mark. Just because there's a lot of funny stuff that happened during that, especially the very end where everybody just started like sending in bits and did a hype train on him so that he'd have to up the period pain simulator. But yeah, we're talking about story beats and like what exactly we want to hit. He's gonna do some timestamps for me, which I think is important. To have the person you're working with able to say, hey, here's some things in specific I want to hit, but if you find something else, you know, labor pains. We're gonna lean into that. Where's my helmet? What's up, Ghost? How's it going? There's something about one not doing my own content, not trying to edit my own face all the time, and 2, getting paid to do it. Those are the things that I think have really helped me. You know, it's really helped me out. Ghost, this one's for you, buddy. Let's punch it. There it is. Ooh, takes a second. I should have put my headphones on first, because... Wait. Never take your helmet off in hyperspace. I think that's bad. I don't know. It is funny when the fighters use helmets, because it's like no other ships, like, need helmets. I think it's just because they look cool, right? I guess. But yeah, slow and steady wins the race. It helps when you have somebody very collaborative that you're working with. Not all editing work has to be paid, but for me, it was like very eye-opening that like, hey, my time is worth something, you know. And if I am going to do something for free, I'm gonna work for free for myself, you know. That's kind of been my philosophy. But I'm just not great at making content. I don't think. Like content that's sort of like nice to be packaged up and sent out on a YouTube video or something, you know. Don't be what? Said, hey, ghost. Ghost. All right. That's probably all I have time for today. We're getting close to the end anyway. We've sorted one bag out of the 3 that I wanted to. So maybe next time, instead of, I was like, oh yeah, well, I have like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I'll be able to get through this one and this one and the one we just did. Surely. But hey, one bag at a time is not too bad. Slow and steady wins the race. That's what we're going to do with this sorting thing. It's just going to be a part of my life, and I'm just going to enjoy being here, you know? And we're going to do sorting the entire week. So the last stream of this week, but we'll be back on Monday. I'll keep this whole thing just kind of set up the way that it is. And we'll do that all week. And then we will culminate that week of sorting with a Lego stream on Saturday where we'll actually be building a set. Whether or not this is done, we will build a set. I'm thinking the little pod race set. I'm not going live today, by the way, just so you know. Thank you for letting me know. We'll find somebody. Surely we can find somebody out here. Let's go looking. Whoops. I just did twitch.tv/Nandi. I don't have anybody live. My following list is empty. It's empty. Nobody likes streaming on Saturday mornings. Everybody hates it. You do? Yeah, let's get some, if you have anybody else we want to send to. Clumsy has nobody either, oh. True Kel, well, what do we have here? Good morning, Kel. How's it going? I'm gonna take this off because it's getting hot. And not in the way that you want, you know? It's very attractive, but I'm not here to be attractive to people. I'm here to sort Lego and make money. Sleepy Dan is playing Elden Ring. Fishy is playing Inscription. What is Inscription? Deadpine is live. He's a Minecrafter playing modded. Also a Joyzy guy. Joyzy. Let's see. Let's look first at Fishy. Elden Ring's great. I am thinking about doing my own Elden Ring run during Swole-Timber. We'll see how that goes. So I don't know if we want to join an Elden Ring stream right now. Unless, I mean, if people vote for it, I'm cool with it. I'm waiting for some pre-rolls to check out some of the other folks. Let's see. There's also, let me look up Deadpine. Twitch.tv/Deadpine. Let's see. Ooh, Deadpine has 168 people watching. I don't mind doing that, but I would much rather support somebody a little bit smaller. Is that the thing to do? Like, is it better to get like exposure by rating someone huge, or better to help a smaller streamer raid? You know, I don't know. Mad Pack 2 speed runs. This guy's on such a different level of Minecraft for me. I'm not saying he's not cool, you know. Yeah, if we had nobody else lined up, I definitely, yeah. So Dead Pine, no offense. You don't think of 162 as a lot? I think that's a lot. I almost never watch a stream with 2,000 people in it. Unless I'm specifically going to watch that game. Like, I'm interested in the game. I want to know more about the game. I'm not probably going to interact with chat at that point. If I just lost my train of thought. Or if it's like a live event that, like, again, if it's something I'm there for that I'm not going to interact with chat in, then it doesn't matter. I'll turn chat off at that point, because there's one thing I can't stand is chat just going boom, 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 boom. Like, you don't go into who's a popular streamer. Yeah, and I don't know what the number is. The number might be somewhere in the hundreds, depending. If I had 100 of you people, like you amazing people in this chat right now talking, I'd never get caught up. Never. It would just be impossible. So at a certain level, it's like you can't really interact with other chatters because no one sees your messages. It just becomes like walls of emotes and LOLs and people just trying to get noticed. Like, yeah, don't chat in 2K streams. Just watch for content. Yeah, that's me too. Yeah. Fishy and Inscription. Okay. This is fishy. Was it like a card game? Here, let me turn the music down here. Like a card game? Belgium. Okay. Was there one other one that we should take a look at? Dead Pine. Yeah, and then I mean, Elden Ring stream's fine. Whoops, sorry. All right. Elden Ring's fine. I kind of want to play Elden Ring 2, so okay. Yeah, let's go over there. As per usual. Fish I-I-E. Fishy. I like that name too. It's a good name. All right, everybody. Yeah, that's going to do it for me. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. If I see you around in Discord or anywhere else, cool. Maybe. That's all I can say. That's all I can ever tell you is a maybe. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up and then not make it happen. So we'll see. But I do kind of miss Minecraft, so it wouldn't be out of the question necessarily. But we'll see. Okay. All right, everybody. Take care. Have a great day. And I'll see you on Monday for more sorting. But it's a Lego week. It's a whole entire Lego week. It's going to be great fun. All right. Raid is ready. I'll see you all Monday. Bye.